Yo, welcome to Trippy Commentaries. I'm RJ. Thank you for joining me here in Grand Theft Auto 5. Today we're going to be checking out a couple of key locations underneath the San Andreas map. We've recently figured out a way to glitch under the map here in the current gen version of GTA 5. We had a couple ways of doing it back on the Xbox 360 and PS3. But now that we can do it here on this version, many people have been telling us to head to the observatory as well as a couple other locations. Maybe we can find something that proves that we do have to activate something here at the observatory. Now recently the PC version was pushed back, so I think that's pretty interesting news. They would not release the game unless it was perfect and just completely ready to release. Rockstar likes to release great games, and they're not going to want to release it if there's glitches going on. We have had some glitches in the online portions of GTA 5 here for the Xbox One, but on the single player it's been pretty flawless, and many of the glitches that we saw on the last gen are now fixed. Good thing we figured out a new way to get under the map. Let's check out the observatory. One thing that's pretty cool with the detailing of the map here, I like how the star really stands out. This is where the monument can be found. On top of that monument you have an eye, and that even casts a shadow at 2 o'clock, or it's actually more closer to 1:50. But it's the same eye that you can find on top of Mount Chiliad underneath the platform, as well as on the mural. So that's why many people are obviously linking it here to the mural. You do have the 3 chambers of the observatory, and the middle dome looks a lot like it could be the egg. There's some cracks found on it, so a lot of us think that it might be the egg they're referring to on the mural. It would link up to it perfectly because it is right there in the middle. But as far as glitching under the map, not really seeing anything. There is an underground layer to the real-life observatory. This is a real-life location that can be seen in many movies. It's a really cool place to visit, but it doesn't appear that there is an underground layer here in the game, unless it's just not appearing, because I think that once you activate cheats, they're gonna take out some portions of the game. Like, you can't see it if you have cheats activated. That's been the case in past Grand Theft Auto games, and it wouldn't be hard. We know if there is a layer underneath the observatory, it is definitely pretty secret if nobody's found it so far, so that would be a good reason to take it out of the game and make it so you can't see it by glitching underneath the map. Let's go ahead and head up into the dome. Once again, I'm not really seeing anything out of the ordinary here under the map. You'd think that if there was a way to walk around in the observatory, which would be a really cool location to visit, they have to make that, added in a DLC or something. But if that was the case, you'd think that we'd probably glitch right inside by doing this. Now this little area here looks just like the Zancudo UFO. It even has a green outlining to it, but we phased right through it. Let's head back underneath the map and head to the Humane Labs. Here we are. They have taken a lot of the glitches out of this version of the game, but one thing that's still here is this tunnel that leads to the Humane Labs. This is the way you get in on the single player campaign. You have to sneak in with the 2 FIB agents, and that's the only way into the Humane Labs. It's still there, but it's actually glitched out here in the game. You can't get in because the grate's still there, and you do need a cutter to kind of cut it open there. Maybe somehow if we got that cutter, there might be a way back in the tunnel. Let's see if maybe we can glitch back in it this way. Uh-oh, running out of air. Let's switch back to Trevor, and then we'll come back to Franklin and see where we spawn. What are you up to, Trevor? Oh no. Alright, where are we? We're still underwater. Okay. Maybe we can use this to our advantage. Let's try to swim through the abyss over to this large tunnel here. this is what leads into the Humane Labs. That would be awesome if this would get us back in. What the hell's going on? No. Didn't work. And now we are free falling, and here we are. That's convenient. Alright guys, I'm going to glitch back under the map. I'll see you guys when we get back to the Humane Labs. Another thing I wanted to get into is our 88 mile per hour theory that we have. We've been trying to use the train to get the space docker, of course, up to 88 miles per hour. There are some clues in Lester's house that it might be possible here in the GTA universe, but the train just does not go fast enough. We have been talking about that, and if you think about in the movie Back to the Future 3, the train, they have to unlock the back cars, so that way it's only the main engine of the train, and that's how it's able to make it to 88 miles per hour. And we haven't been able to find any one of the trains with just the front engine. Maybe that's the key. If somehow we can only get the front part of a train, maybe that's how we can get the space docker correctly up to 88 miles per hour. Just something I wanted to throw out there. Obviously, we've been trying to think of a way. That's one of the coolest ways you can possibly get the space docker up to the correct speed. But if you do think about the movie, of course, we have to get just that front engine. Well, the Humane Lab certainly looks pretty cool. The water is floating in the middle of nowhere, but it doesn't seem to be anything different from the last gen version of the game. This would be a really cool place for them to develop the jetpack. They're developing weapons of mass destruction. We've been getting some suggestions that maybe this is where they're developing the flux capacitor. There's an obvious place for a flux capacitor on the space docker right on the back, and if we could just add something to that, maybe that would make the space docker a lot more useful. You know, you could have jet boosters on it, it could fly, it could just be faster in general. Maybe we need the flux capacitor to enhance the space docker. That would be the best Easter egg ever. I mean, that would be just as cool as the jetpack in my opinion, if there was some way to enhance the space docker to make it useful. Not seeing a way to get into the Humane Labs. Let's lift up, see what happens. Oh, we're in restricted airspace. I don't think they can find us because we're in the middle of a building. Take that. Well, let's go ahead and head to the Sandy Shores UFO location. Whoa, this is awesome. Can we swim into the chamber this way? No, that didn't work either. I'll catch you guys underneath the alien hippie camp. Here we are. We are going to be looking at this location in an upcoming episode. Not really seeing too much going on here underneath the map. Now this is also a location based off of a real life place called Slab City. Only there they are praising Jesus instead of aliens. It's a religious place. You can see the tree there and that station wagon with the UFO on top, but not much else going on here. It seems like the people that hang out here at the alien hippie camp have probably been abducted, but it is cool how it looks so much like Slab City. It's definitely based on it, but we do not have any clues underneath the map. There's where it says beam me up. There's no lights coming down here at all. Let's go ahead and move on. I actually want to check out the altruist camp. Let's see if we can see the cave from underneath the map. Maybe we can see the eternal flame. We'll have to fly all the way over there. I'll meet you there. Here we are underneath Mount Chiliad. Look at these tunnels. This is crazy. I mean, it's bright orange. You have another tunnel a little bit further past it. That's pretty interesting. There's a couple doors that can be found in these tunnels that look like they might lead underneath Mount Chiliad. Maybe one day they will open. Let's head over to the altruist camp. There it is right there. See if we can get on the other side of the cave. Now, the altruist camp is another place where you think there might be some underground rooms. There's that door right next to the water tower that looks like it does lead underground. It'd be pretty cool if it led further underneath Mount Chiliad. Let's see if we can find the cave. There it is. You can see the eternal flame. Talk about an entrance to an underground tunnel. this would be the best place they could ever put one. And what is it symbolizing? What does it all mean? Who knows, guys? I guess we have to praise the sun and give thanks to find out. Definitely give us your ideas. Make sure to stay tuned here at Trippy Commentaries. Of course, wanted to give you a quick episode where we check out all of the craziest locations underneath the map here in the game. Let me know if I left any out or any that you want to see. I'll definitely return under the map to check it out. Once again, I think there's a good chance that once we activate the cheats, it's gonna disable any new things that we can unlock when it comes to the Chiliad Mystery. But you never know. Maybe we do have to find a way to glitch under the map without using cheats. The way I'm getting under the map now is I'm using a super jump to kind of jump into the Eclipse Towers, and then I have to use the buzzard cheat to create a helicopter so that way I can fly around. Thanks again, guys. I will see you in the next episode. We have a couple really crazy episodes planned for you. I mean, there's some really interesting information that is really well hidden. We'll be checking it out soon. We'll see you guys then. Until then, make sure as always to stay trippy, my friends.